Welcome back. We finally have an update on this murder suspect in Idaho. They finally have somebody in custody. I was going to do a watch reaction video with the Law and Crime Network on the post that they just posted yesterday. So kind of curious to see what they have to say. So let's watch it and see what happens here, guys.
These murders have shaken our community, and no arrest will ever bring back these young students. However, we do believe justice will be found through the criminal process.
After weeks of no leads, no suspects, and no arrests, a person of interest is finally arrested in connection to the once unsolved University of Idaho quadruple murders.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Bryan Christopher Kohlberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murders of Ethan, Xana, Madison, and Kaylee.
It was a sigh of relief 47 days after the four students were found brutally stabbed.
47 days. That's a long time. 47 days. And the dude's like multiple states away. You know, that's probably over 1,000 miles away from where all of this went down. That's so crazy. Wonder why it took them so long. I understand it's, 2022. You would think with all the technology in place that they'd be able to figure this out sooner and not later.
To death in their off-campus home.
A criminal complaint was filed yesterday here in Latah County, charging the defendant, Mr. Kohlberger, with 4 counts of first-degree murder, in addition to felony burglary, which involves entering the residence with the intent to commit the crime of murder.
Investigators believe Kohlberger, a Washington State University graduate student, is responsible for the brutal.
Okay, what I want to know is, okay, the roommates in this, did they happen to know that this gentleman, did they know him? There's 2 other roommates that weren't killed. Do you think they know? They have to know this guy, right? Just saying.
Slangs. At a press conference on Friday, investigators confirmed Kohlberger has a residence in Pullman, Washington, about 15 minutes from Moscow, Idaho. But it was thousands of miles away at a home in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, that Kohlberger was arrested. Authorities now say they're working to bring Kohlberger back to Idaho.
The process at this point is, since he was arrested in another state, he has the opportunity to either waive extradition and return voluntarily to the state of Idaho, or if he prefers not to waive extradition, then we will initiate extradition proceedings through our governor's office.
They're just going to go get him.
If we do that, it can take a while for him to get here. So again, I'm asking for your patience and understand that's just the way the system works.
Right now, Kohlberger is being held in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, and is set to appear in court for an extradition hearing on Tuesday. He's being held without bond in Pennsylvania, and Latah County prosecutors say it will be the same case when he's back in Idaho.
He has had an initial appearance in front of a judge in Pennsylvania. He is being held without bond, and the warrant from our magistrate judge here also provides for no bond.
Following his arrest, some online reports swirled that Kohlberger asked officials whether any other arrests had been made when he was in police custody.
Can you confirm that Kohlberger asked whether or not anyone else had been arrested?
There's somebody else involved.
I cannot confirm that.
There's not just.
I'm not sure.
Not just him. He had an accomplice
of that information, but that would still be a part of our investigation.
I think there was 2. I mean, to get in an apartment like that of 6 people in an apartment and just one person be able to walk around and kill everybody, there had to be more than one. I'm just saying. I may be totally wrong. This is my opinion.
Asked whether the public is safe or if another suspect could be involved, Moscow Police Chief James Fry had this to say.
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody who committed these horrible crimes, and I do believe our community is safe, but we still need to be vigilant, right?
But many aspects of the case are still unclear.
Yeah, you always got to be safe, no matter what, because there's other people. It's not just this gentleman or possibly the accomplice. There's going to be other people, so always be safe.
Investigators say it's because of a sealed probable cause affidavit.
The fact.
On a side note, That guy has a great beard. I mean, he's got to be dressed up as Santa Claus for sure.
Actual basis for
Man.
the charges are summarized in what's called a probable cause affidavit that is on file with the court. According to the rules of the Idaho Supreme Court, that is sealed until Mr. Kohlberger is physically back in Latah County and has been served with the Idaho arrest warrant.
Latah County prosecutors say they believe that probable cause affidavit will be unsealed after Kohlberger returns to Idaho and has his initial appearance. At that point, we hope to learn more about the investigation and Kohlberger as a suspect. But for now, authorities ask that anyone with more information about Kohlberger come forward.
Y'all now know the name of the person who has been charged with these offenses. Please get that information out there. Please ask the public, anyone who knows about this individual, to come forward. Call the tip line. Report anything you know about him to help the investigators and eventually our office and the court system understand fully everything there is to know about not only the individual, but what happened and why.
Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Sierra.
Wow. Well, it's a little bit of a closure before the end of the year. Thank goodness they caught somebody at least by now. So hopefully more to come out of this, guys. I know it's drawn my interest a lot, and I know a lot of you guys too have really kind of been tuning into this this news. So we'll see what happens. Kind of curious to see if I think they're just gonna have to go get him. I don't think he's gonna extradite himself. I don't think he's voluntarily gonna do it. I think they're gonna have to go get him. I don't know. It's really suspect that he's got a house there, but I'm assuming he's got family, that he probably went home to stay over the Christmas break, which is natural for college students. But 28, graduate student, I mean, I don't know. Interesting. More to see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Feel free to drop a follow or a subscribe and like and share this video. Thank you guys. We'll see you later.